right, we're all set. Good morning, everyone. How we doing? How we doing? Getting everything all set up here, I believe. We're all good. All right, welcome in. Sorry about my absence from yesterday. What's going on, Mahadi? How you doing? Good morning. I'm sure Steve will be in here shortly. Congratulations on your win with the giveaway yesterday, Steve. Your month of edgeful. There he is, Steve Robichaud. Congrats on your edgeful win. You get a month of it. Good morning. What's going on, Dare? How you doing? Mark, good morning. We're going to talk about this quite a bit for the day. I think that I was anticipating yesterday, to be read honestly. I almost went long off of that retracement that we had. I mean, obviously we were up a percent yesterday. There's no sense of turning back after we were up 1.2, 1.3%. For right now, it's a difficult situation. We're in a rough situation because we know this is the longest green day streak that we've had on SPY and Qs in the past 5 years. That's why I had this up right here. This is max green and red streaks, average green and red streaks. As you can see, our average is 2 days in a row, back and forth. That's for the past 5 years of trading. I'm anticipating that we probably get a pullback today because today is the longest green streak that we've had. It's not on edgeful data because it's over 5 years, but if we go and I think I can set a custom time frame. It's November of 2020. I'll go as far back as we can. We can go to, let's go to April of 2018. We can go to May of 2018 to present. So this is 8 years of back testing, or 8 years of data getting collected here once it loads in. We're probably hitting all-time highs today. This is crazy. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. We're already at all-time highs right now in Qs as of yesterday. SPY is a little bit behind. SPY did hit 700, but this is the same move that we had from April last year, and we're going to talk about the reasoning behind this because it's very, very significant, and it's going to change a lot of things for the foreseeable future, for the way that oil functions, the way that the global oil trade functions. I'm not sure how many of you guys were catching up on that or watching what's going on, but we'll cover that today. So the first thing I'm going to cover is all I did yesterday was just take a day to really not do much. I needed a little reset, an anti-burnout day is what I referred to it as to Leo. Just needed a day to relax. Taxes, baseball, all these streams, working on content outside of the streams, not a bad thing. Just needed a day so I didn't get burned out or start not hating what I do. But anywho, great pivot from April lows. We've had the same exact, so this year it was April 7th on the 24-hour, technically April 8th. Last year was April 9th. So 1 day difference on the move that we're making right now, which is insane. From that move, we should be anticipating a continuation all the way up to probably, I mean, we haven't had any gain yet year to date. We're actually just slightly green now. We need to catch up to essentially like 3%, 2 to 3% year to date. So we should have some upside from that. The reason that I'm anticipating downside, if this actually doesn't look like it still wants to load here. You guys get the point. We're at 11 consecutive green days right now. This is the longest streak that we've had in the past 5 years. The market itself, overdue and a half. It's overdue for a red day. Doesn't need to be a significant red day. Now, the whole reason, let's going on, Bob Ross? How you doing? Mazar, Mark, what's happening? The whole reason the market is pushing at the rate that it is, the reason that we're having this continuation to the upside is because of the new function or the new state of global oil trade. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the oil tanker ship map. A lot of you guys probably saw this on social media. This one's just from Reddit. This is a better view of it. This is the news post that I saw, not the one on Facebook, but the relevance of it anyway. If you notice, this is the typical movement of the oil trade. We have everything going through the canal. This is obviously it's a little blurry. Everything going from the Strait of Hormuz, however you pronounce it. If we come over to, so this is, let's say 3 years ago. Actually, I'll just click on it. This is 5 years ago. What do you notice about this chart? And this is something that we should all, I'm going to refer to this later on the stream as well, but this is the explanation for why we're making the moves that we are. What do you notice about this chart? Every single part of it is screaming Iran, Hormuz, everything's going through that strait. This is how oil used to function. We have ships from the US coming down through South Africa, Madagascar. They either load up in the southern point of India or they go through the Strait of Hormuz to Iran. This is 5 years ago, April 20th, 2020. So even with COVID too, this is a lot less extreme. There should be more ships on here. Not very many ships in the Alaska region. Almost no ships near Venezuela. Almost no ships near Brazil. There's 4 ships at the southern coast of South America. Now, if we look at the most updated ones, which this one from Reddit should be, obviously Reddit's not a reliable source, 6 years ago. So let's take a look at, it's like a recent Reddit. Can't find the one that I want to. I mean, this one kind of does the point, but that naval blockade that we have set up, almost no ships are going through the Strait of Hormuz now. If I could look, I bet it's probably on X. Let me get the actual one that I was looking at on X so you guys can see how drastically different this is. There's almost no ships in Strait of Hormuz or oil tanker map. Let's see, oil tank ship map. What is this date? April 11th. Need to go to the most recent ones. March 11th. So these are all still before the conflict. April 12th. That's the closest one. Marinetraffic.org. Oh, there we go. Found what I was looking for. So if we pull up an updated map and we compare it to the one that we were just looking at on Facebook from 5 years ago, if I can find it. Of course, there's the updated one that I was looking for. I just had to click one more. Anyway, we're going to get through this. I'm just giving the reasoning why we're pushing up. This is what the Gulf of America looks like now. Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. This is what it looks like now. So do you guys see the difference from what we were looking at to what this chart looks like now? Everyone should be in awe of how many ships are in the Gulf of America now, as opposed to, stop exiting out, what it was. Strait of Hormuz. I wish I didn't. exit out of that one. There we go. So this is the one from 5 years ago. Still a lot of ships in the Gulf of America, but the difference now is that none of these ships are going through the strait because of that naval blockade. The reason the market is pushing at the rate that it is because Trump essentially cut off all the oil and all the money that's flowing into Iran. And that money, it's not like the world comes to a halt because, hey, we can't get oil, we're kind of screwed, we just got to wait for this conflict to end, we're going to jack oil prices up, gas prices. That's not the case. What he ended up doing is, and this is a pretty different image from even last year, what he ended up doing is all these red dots are empty oil tankers coming in, all the blue ones are full going out. A lot of them are going to the US, a lot of them are going through the US, driving through the US. The whole point and the whole reason the market's pushing is because Trump has completely changed the way that the oil trade works. We no longer go all the way from the southern coast of Africa or South Africa up through southern point of India into the Strait of Hormuz. We are now supplying all the oil from Argentina, Venezuela, Brazil that's coming up from South America. So it's cut down the travel time, the expenses on delivery, transportation on the oil tankers, pirates, defenses on pirates. Everything that we had coming in from, I don't know, if anyone used to be a Marine sub driver or an oil tanker, it's like a 3 to 4 week trip. So all the way back to the US is now taking a week. Trump said we don't need to go through there. Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole reason the market's pushing. And it started since April 7th when he said we have a ceasefire and then we're putting a naval blockade in 2 days after. That naval blockade is not only preventing them from getting oil out, but it's preventing other countries from going through there because they don't want to get into or interested in the conflict. So now everything's getting directed to the US. That's the whole reason the market's pushing at the rate that we are going. Again, 11 consecutive green days. So what's that? April trading days anyway. We're only gapped up 0.19 right now. So it could be our first red day, but this is since March 31st. We've had nothing but green. No red days, no pullbacks, nothing, up the entire time. And that's the reasoning behind it. I did see some chats in here yesterday talking about like Argentina's oil is too heavy to process. Brazil's oil is too dense or too oily, which is kind of a funny way to describe oil, too oily. All these changes to that global oil trade has benefited the US, and all the companies, all the big tech companies that are within the US. The way that this is being perceived, and these are all from Wall Street articles. I'm sure Andre and James may have talked about it a little bit yesterday. Andre maybe, James may not have cared too much. These are all articles coming from Wall Street saying that, yes, we're going to get some negative Q3, Q2 earnings, end of quarter earnings, but this is going to probably cut the cost of oil and transportation and petroleum in general by, I don't know, half. Gap fill odds for today. We'll go over to MNQ. Over to Q's on here. We don't need the 5-year time frame anymore. That was kind of a long-winded answer. I was struggling to get my point across there. If you guys go and look at marine maritime maps, the difference between how many ships used to go through Iran to how many ships are now going to the Gulf of America is the whole point that I was trying to make there. So our gap fill odds for today, gap down, we only have a 58% chance to fill it. That's if we stay up at 0.22 right now. SPY 0.17. If this comes down or comes up a little tiny bit, then It's like a 50-50, just above a 50-50. It's not all that significant for a gap fill. Now, if we go into that first bracket, it's 85% chance that we fill it. We are opening with another outside day, back to back to back to back outside days. Unfortunately, yesterday was the only day that filled it. So out of those past 4 outside days, yesterday was the only one that went and hit previous day's high. I did have a bearish bias into open yesterday, and then it immediately got bought up at 9:45. I don't know if there was news or something that came out with it. I wasn't paying attention too much, but we didn't even form a wick on that 9:45 candle, so it was probably I'll just go and check now. It looked like it was a PPI candle unless it was some kind of news. And Wednesday we didn't have any 9:45 news, so that was just price action. 9:45, no wick on the bottom, $2 candle to the upside, and then we continued to melt up for the entire day. Now again, we don't have. This is getting real difficult now because if you guys remember from Tuesday's stream, Monday's stream even, there was no draw to the upside because we didn't have previous day's high, we didn't have previous month's high, we didn't have previous week's high. There was no levels that we were looking for to the upside on Monday. Wasn't anticipating a move all the way up to all-time highs, but here we are, new all-time highs in the market. Pretty difficult for us to go and assess where we're going to continue if we continue to the upside because there's no resistance. All we're looking at now is psych levels. We're at 26,400 for MNQ. ES is sitting at 700, and then MES itself is sitting at just about 7,100. So we unfortunately don't have any draws to the upside. Can't believe we still have pirates. Yeah, there's always going to be pirates. Just on the coast of South Africa, though. What's going on, Big Chiller? How you doing? I prefer playing the market when we at least have levels to draw to. For today, we do have draws to the downside, but obviously their trend is very, very strong to the upside. The only difference in this market compared to last year is that we don't have the 20-30% pullback that we had during tariffs for last year. So if you remember, we had it was a 25% decline. Oh, TradingView updated so you can see long and short position a little bit better. I like that. We had a 25% drawdown last year from that open and the little high that we made to the downside. We recovered that in about 2 months. So April to the end of June. This go around, we only pulled back, I think, 6%. 12%, sorry, what am I saying? 12, so half the distance, not even close to a bear market. Bear market's anything over 20% for a correction. This is already recovered in a week and a half. So we had 3 months of downside, January to March, the end of March. Immediate upside. 2 weeks of upside. Really just a week and a half. We should very much go and see a red day today, or at least some kind of pullback. If not, then make sure that you're aware that we're in a record-breaking market. This is going to be the longest consecutive green day streak that we've had since 1971. There are no pirates off the coast of South Africa. That's where the Somalian pirates are. They go from South Africa to obviously up through Somalia and then a little bit southern coast of India. But back to that point, this is, again, if we close green today, this is the longest consecutive green day streak that Q's has printed since 1971, which that was at 16.
What's up, Zinc?
Hey, I didn't even hear you join. What's going on?
All good, bro. All good. I'm just getting my YouTube and that up there. Should be good. There you go.
Sorry about your green streak coming to an end. That kind of stinks.
Oh, you know, after about 41 days, I think it was bound to happen at some point.
Nah, you're too good for that.
Yeah, it's we'll come back to reality. It's good to.
I guess yesterday was a decent day to have missed.
Yeah. So I took the last pre-market and I traded very small into the open because I was quite frustrated. It wicked me out on some Trump news tweet and then went 40 points in my direction. I was pretty frustrated, bro. So I thought,
was that the 945 move?
No, it was the about 8. It was at about 8:40, maybe even a little bit earlier. There was that wick at sorry, it was at 7:45.
Okay. What do you know what happened at 9:45 yesterday?
No.
No. Because we had the $2 candle that didn't even have a wick on either side of it, just pushed up the entire time.
No, I'm not too sure what that was, but what are your thoughts here today?
I was just going over that green day streak. This is if we close today green, this is the largest green streak since 1971.
Oh, wow.
This is the last time that we had this 11 consecutive green days. These 11 consecutive green days was November of 2020. That was with COVID. So if you go back to it, I've traded since 2020, not really that serious in 2020, but I don't think I've seen anything over 9. I think 9 was the absolute top. So this was our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That right there. November 23rd to December 8th of 2020. But these ones were also, these are 0.4%, 1% day, 0.2, 0.6, 0.8, 0.6, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.1.
Yeah.
So that was at least a crawl the upside. This go around.
You're rocketing,
is 4.3.
I closed out some swings on some stocks yesterday. Apple, Google, and I trimmed a little bit of Meta. I'll rather wait and see what we do get. I'm still holding Tesla, NVDA, and some Microsoft and Amazon. So I was in a lot of the Mag 7 on that pullback.
Good. I'm sure Andre's very pleased with the Meta.
Yeah.
So we had to start this rally 4.3%, 0.5%, 0.2, 0.3. So pretty small days after that big 4% day, and then another 3% day, 0.1, 0.8, 0.4, 1, 1, 1.5. Also, I use the 24-hour time frame. So this one that says negative 0.1, for anyone that saw that. Daily time frame, that's still a green candle. That candle was actually 2.5% because of the gap up. But during New York session, because I used the 24-hour during New York session, we had a small pullback. But that candle itself was the 2.5% gap. So on the daily time frame, that's what you would look at: 3%, 1%, 0.1, 0.6, 0.02, very close. 3% day.
Someone's just asking how you trade QQQ on prop firms. You don't trade QQQ on prop firms.
No, I don't. The reason I trade Qs is because there's no slippage on it.
Yeah.
The chart doesn't have any slippage. Do. What's going on, Sensei? I don't know about you from yesterday, James, but I went in. I got a town hall at work today, so sorry about that, Sam. I went into yesterday with a bearish bias just because of the streak that we were on.
Yeah, that's why I shorted pre-market and then I got wicked out. Yeah, I was only going for like a couple of points, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a earlier day
there
than
we
usual,
go.
not as much streaming. So
Good pullback.
I'll be on with you and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good. There's our open. Decent pullback and open, but we did gap up once the edgeful updates here. We did gap up over 0.2%. So we're in the second bracket. We only have a 58% chance of filling it. So no significant draw to the downside there once this does update.
There is that outside day stat on ES. We opened up outside previous day's highs, same as on NQ.
Yep.
So
726 from yesterday.
Yeah. And it's getting filled right now on NQ, so
just about there.
Yeah.
20 cents off.
Have a look at this. This is interesting. What I was looking at last night was look at YM. We're still like 4% of all-time highs. It's been lagging quite a bit.
Let me take a look.
Compared to the NASDAQ and ES, obviously.
There's our gap fill. Or outside day fill. Let's take a look at DIA. So that one is, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Exactly. That's
20 points on DIA. I don't know what that is on the Dow, but gold has been a little tricky too. I talked about this a little bit on Monday with you. Gold is being offloaded so other countries can afford oil.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to figure something out. So that's why gold's not at all-time highs again. I mean, this one was also running like crazy before. We'll see if we get just the outside day fill, and then if we happen to continue this rip back up, that would be insane. And look at that, right back. The only scary thing is that once we do pull back, it's going to be like a 1.5%, 2% day. Probably with some news associated with it too. This is uncharted area, kind of scary. Yeah, I hate trading all-time high markets. That was some of the worst trading I had last November when we first, was it November or August? November, when we first made those new all-time highs, and it was the move that we had from, also a great point of reference too, but the move that we had from July to November last year, there's no calling BS on a market that's trending to all-time highs like this because there's no resistance on the upside.
Yeah.
So make sure you don't come into the market trying to say, no way this is going to keep going every day. Because you will lose a significant amount of money. What's going on, Devilish? $638 isn't even a cycle. We don't have any cycle levels to play either, but it's like 26.4 is where we are right now. 26.5 we may reject there. We did almost hit that pre-market, 26.487. I don't have anything to the downside either, just 26,000. I am 20% of the way to the payout record. James.
With
Lucid.
With Lucid. Nice. Yep. What is the record at the moment?
I think it's 53.
Oh, on one payout you're talking about?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, sick.
The largest account they told me was someone brought it from 30,000 up to 400.
Oh, wow.
But they've only been live for a year, so that means someone did that within the past year of trading.
What's happening? Hey, NQ coming lower. NQ already hit that outside days.
Yep. It's at 26.4 right now. That's the only psych level I can see. Why am I using psych levels and not IB? Well, one, the IB hasn't set yet, but we don't have any upside or downside targets. Downside, we might have 26,000. I think it's a good downside level to go and target, but upside targets, we don't have any because there's no resistance anywhere. There's no levels that we've ever been to before. There's the gap fill right there. So gap fill by size get hit, but take a look at SPY, James.
Yeah, SPY is not
buying it.
Yeah.
Qs is usually the one that's lying in this case. We'll see. Need ES to get with the program and dip lower. What's the stats on NASDAQ say today? We should have, I mean, the IB hasn't set yet, but we should have a little bit of downside. The only stat that I was looking at was the streak. This is 11 consecutive green days. Today would be the 12th. Last time we had 11 consecutive green days was November of 2020. Outside days filled, so those two bearish indicators there. How'd you handle that red day yesterday, James?
Oh, it was frustrating, bro, especially because I got wicked out, but, you know, it is what it is.
After 41 green days?
Yeah.
All right, SPY does not want to come down at all.
Yeah, after 41 green days, yeah, you just move on.
All I saw yesterday was that we had pretty nasty, and look at that, bot right back up. All because of SPY. ES playing fake strong. What makes you say it's fake strong? There's been a lot of blown accounts, James. Yesterday was
trying to sort the highs.
Bad. What time did we hit all-time highs yesterday? Was it right at lunch? Is that where the rejection at 12:15 was?
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit higher. Yeah, there were. My phone blew up from probably right at that 9:30 open until all the way until 4. Where do you see the burned accounts? Anyone that uses my affiliate codes, I see when they blow them or when they reset them. I was showing James after the call on Monday. And there is a lot. And again, I'm not a very big creator or a big affiliate with them. So just imagine how much money or how much revenue those prop firms are making.
Jeez.
If I'm seeing like a couple hundred blown accounts each day with my code. Anything you're taking a look at, James?
Not really at the moment, Zinc. YM's trading as an inside day right now, so might be a day that I'm just going to look to. It might be a trade after the first 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah, I get you. We don't have any data coming up at 10.
No, there's no date. There's no data or tomorrow.
One speaker and 3 speakers tomorrow. That's it. And then next week, what is next Monday? I know it's school vacation. Is there anything specific? Is there a holiday that starts off school vacation?
I don't think so.
School vacation for the US. Do you know if your schools in South Africa have that same time frame off?
No, that would be dude, I don't know actually.
They take April vacation is what next week is.
Yeah, we had holiday now for Easter, so I don't think there should be a holiday. My son's not in school yet, so I don't have to worry too much about that.
When I wouldn't be too worried about like what Brian just said. I was thinking we were due for a red day and went short yesterday, thankfully just in time for a pullback and got lucky out with 50. If you are actively trying to short the market right now, you may want to just not play anything, because when we do, you want to make sure that you have your accounts and you have everything that you can have when we do start pulling back, because when we do pull back after these 11, maybe 12 consecutive green days, typically have like 50%, 40% of the move gets retraced. And then we'll have another streak of upside or downside. Outside days done by yes. Yep, just got hit. Thank you, Andrew. The school fees are huge. What school fees? I don't know which ones you're talking about. I do know that we are significantly overdue a pullback, but I don't think today is going to be it. If today were to be the pullback, I think we'd start the day with a pretty significant gap down. But I could definitely be wrong. We could just push up for the entire session again. I don't imagine we do. Which market would you rather trade, James? This or a choppy market?
Personally, this market, bro, is a little bit easier to trade, but I know I'd rather be better at trading a choppier market, because that's majority of the time it's going to be it's going to be choppier. You don't really get moves like this too often.
So you want to pull up your screen if there's anything you're looking at?
Yeah, get that up.
Go for it. YM doesn't seem to be doing too much right now.
No, not much.
Gold's not really doing anything. SPY get bought right back up there. Definitely due for a nasty red day. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just on my screen here, Zinc. I'm watching pre-market lows here on ES in itself. So like 7060. If we get below that, maybe we could short a retracement, but obviously I'm going to be quite wary of just coming in and shorting for sure, you know.
Yep.
But YM is actually coming a little bit down at the moment. It's definitely not looking like pretty. It's a lot of wicks, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, so little wicks to the high side, and that was at previous days' highs as well. But yeah, nothing too much on my cards at the moment.
What are the odds you think we do the same outside day fill and then just trend up the entire day? Put in another 1.5% day to the upside.
Yeah. What's yeah, I mean, ES has hit that outside days now as well.
Yeah, both of them did. It's not the good thing is it's not aggressively getting bought back up. It is definitely getting bought back up, but it's not in like a face ripping move.
Yeah. We are down. Tesla's down 1.3% today, and so is Apple down 1.4%.
SPY does not want to come down. We bounced off the low of Globex NQ. Globex, I didn't play last night because we broke it immediately. I'll go and pull up that chart. So Globex last night we broke right away. If I can go and find it, there we go. 6 o'clock. There was a little teeny tiny pullback, but I know we're looking at it from a hindsight standpoint. So we broke immediately through that level on that 6 o'clock candle close, 7 o'clock candle close, sorry, and then came back down, hit 25% just about, and then went back up. The Globex IBs for this past week have been extremely difficult to trade because the range on them is so small. We haven't had any continuation within the IB or any reversals within the IB, not continuations. Let's get that opening red candle. Definitely should close red unless we have yesterday's 9:45 candle right back up.
Mark says the school fees are huge. I'll find out. I don't know if I told you, Zinc, I actually have another one on the way as well.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I definitely will find out, Mark, that's for sure.
South Africa school fees?
They're probably not as much compared to the American, that's for sure.
We don't pay for schools here. Public schools.
Oh, really? Public school? Oh, you don't at all?
Comes out of taxes. But
oh, wow.
It's like glorified free daycare for most people. There's so much time wasted at school.
Yeah, I'll
240K a year.
Yeah, you're looking at
what?
That's pretty expensive. Rand, he's probably talking Rand, yeah. So that's like $12,000.
Homeschool those kids. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, ours comes out of taxes.
Taxes, interesting.
That's where everyone gets their benefits. Rand, yeah. I have no idea what that is. So we are getting. We got 10 minutes to go, but I don't know about you. I don't think this is going to pull back up $2 and close the opening candle green.
No, it's probably going to be a red candle. At least what I'm seeing now. Even NQ is actually taking the lows. YM's coming down. So is ES.
Yep. So we should continue further down, but it depends on, I guess, how aggressive this IB is going to be. If it's a really small IB, then I'm not really going to be that interested in playing it. If it's a decent size one, then we can go in and maybe be a little more aggressive, but this one doesn't have that big of a size yet. I mean, we're looking at, it's really struggling to go lower, which I I guess is a good thing for more upside, but on the same note, for anyone that wants to see a pullback today, that's not really what you want to see for bearish price action. I'd want to see this have a much bigger opening red candle. You're only down $1 on that, 40 points on Qs.
Yeah, agreed. Someone's saying the average school fees are about $3,000 to $5,000 per year. I mean, the school that I went to a public school, a very all boys public school, and it was about, I'd say about like $4,000 for the year, including boarding. So
we also don't have. I mean, when I was younger, we used to. I've seen maybe one school like that since, but we don't really have, unless they're private schools, all boy or all girl schools.
Okay, yeah. So it's quite a big thing in South Africa to have like an all boy, all girl, especially for the sport. Like I went to a very good sporting school.
Rugby.
Yeah, I mean, my senior year, we were number 4 or 3 in the country.
Damn.
Yeah, we're coming down. Even the DAX is starting to flip over now, which I was watching at earlier. So Nasdaq new low.
There we go. Starting to get a continuation now. So this is definitely going to close as a opening red.
Yeah.
We just broke below 700 as well. Pretty decent size red candle in Qs. SPY, sorry, not Qs. Very rare in the States.
Stocks are quite red at the moment, bro. We got NVDA down over %, Tesla, Apple, as well as Amazon all over %.
Well, it's been overdue, I'd say.
Yeah. I need to stop trading pre-market, bro. Yesterday, I'm still pissed off from that.
I haven't traded London session in months. The only time that I do is I'll take an eval, or maybe like 3 months ago, I think I had a winning trade on CPI. But I haven't traded CPI the past couple of months because it's the past 2 months at least, because we don't have an implied move on it anymore.
Yeah, there's one of my schoolmates there. Yeah, so one college back. What's that?
$4,000 a month is insane for. I mean, I'm sure that's.
No, that's per year, bro. That's for the year.
Oh, it's not bad then.
No,
but I mean, it's still. You pay that on top of property taxes?
Yes. In South Africa, there's nothing for free, brother. And then you still got to pay like private medical aid insurance, you know?
That's crazy.
I know. It adds up, bro. It adds up, that's for sure. We're coming down. YM very, very aggressively red here. We're taking our pre-market lows. So YM's a Dow. And that's taking our pre-market lows at 650. Yeah, Tesla's down now down 2%. I'm glad I sold yesterday, Zinc. Off that massive up day of 7%, I'm glad I cut.
Everything was screaming yesterday.
Yeah.
Individual stocks more so than, which is weird because you'd think that Qs and SPY would go up with it. Really nice rejection off 700 now. So this is looking like a decent sized red day coming in. Only issue is we need a pullback to go into. I did see we had quite a bit of resistance at 633, 634. So that may turn, that rejection that we had yesterday may turn into a pretty volatile support bounce today. We'll see.
And my algo took the short, you heard that?
Dink. Did hear that. $3 candle down, nice, 120 points. So that will give us a beautiful IB range to trade today. And with I have 2,200 for drawdown these accounts now, so we can start trading with a little more size. If we have that's a pretty decent bounce off that zone from yesterday. If we have a 120 to 140 point range, I'll play it on M&Q. Anything above that, I'll play with 2 micros on MES.
Jimmy, hi James, can you run the algos on the FTMO accounts? I'm a CFD trader, so interested. At the moment, you can't do the automation on the CFD accounts, but you can get an alert like to your phone or email or whatever, and then as soon as you can set that the market open for the first 30 minutes. It should take the trade in the first 30. As soon as it comes through, you'll just have to enter manually with your stop and take profit to what you set it at, and let it do its thing. So you just have to wait to actually execute manually. That's the only thing with the CFDs. The automations only to Project X and NinjaTrader or Tradeovate at the moment.
Getting a pretty aggressive bounce off of 26.3. So used to saying 24, and then last week I just got used to saying 25, and we went 1,000 points right through it in 5 days.
Yeah, we are melting limes.
Yeah, I like this for directional bias. So there's our outside day stat and our gap fill playing out. Still be a little weary about playing a huge continuation. I wouldn't buy too much into this yet. If we can get a pullback and then show continued weakness, if we can show continued weakness off the pullback, then we're good. Bounces near previous days. V8H. I'm assuming that's value area high.
Yeah.
Sound about right? Or it could be volume. How about VWAP? What's that saying right now? Should be way up there.
Yeah, it'll be short. On ES. So I would actually, if this continues, I'd look for pullbacks to get short back to previous days opening range high, something like this. Zinc would be. I wouldn't short here at this level. I think in this type of market, these type of moves have been bought back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, but stocks are rolling over right now with Tesla down 2.5. But I would look for something like this, like a move back into this pre-market lows, like at 0.60 on ES. Yeah. And then I'd look to short it back down to like 0.25, which would be yesterday's opening range high. I think there's like a nice little level there that we could trade back towards. But
that's where I wouldn't short go.
Yeah, I wouldn't short like right here. I am wary of that. We have been bidding back up on them. So
that's the projection that we had yesterday. We just about hit it.
Yeah. There we go. Use the bullish outside day. Yeah. So the outside day is obviously already full, but that was a nice trade. Very small points though today on that. Like the move wasn't big on that.
Same as yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you had a little PTSD from yesterday, you saw it immediately reversed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scary. We've had nothing but rain this past week, and it's making me drained. We're coming to 10 o'clock. Let's see if this would be a good 10 o'clock reversal signal too with that wick that we just put in, but I'd rather see a continuation. Leo may be looking for a reversal. There we go. Continuation. No psych levels here either. There's 26.3, but these are just 100-point psych, so they're not all that significant. Took a bear call spread, 0 DTE, use bullish outside day. Very nice. James already answered that. My bad.
My algo's on NQ shorts, boss. Yeah, so it's in at, you can see on the right-hand side, it's in at 282. That would have taken at the 5-minute close like that. First 5-minute close. Obviously, it's quite a big bar, so not a great entry price, but I don't touch the algos. I just let it do its thing. I wouldn't personally short their discretion, but that's why you trust the algos, not
human emotion mixed with those.
Correct, yeah. So it's not a great price to be selling in it, but hey, it's what the algos have been winning for me. So,
I had a pretty good rant about this on Tuesday's stream. That was just me in here. They're the most losing. The largest reason I see so many people lose is because they do not continue on with the same strategy.
Yeah.
So I agree, use VWAP and maybe a little bit of volume profile. I don't think really it's just VWAP, right?
VWAP, opening range, and the edgeful data. Yeah.
Yeah. So most people I see that continue to lose, they will go from using the IB to using the outside days to using inverse fair value gaps on top of that with change in state deliveries, with
gap fill,
unicorn models, all these ICT terms mixed up in one. If this candle ends up turning green and we somehow flip back up to like 637, I'm going to be a little cautious with longs. Short, sorry.
Short, yeah. I agree with that, because these type of moves have just been getting bought back up, and the shorts are being smoked. So, like even yesterday on that, like we had quite an aggressive move here, Zinc. If you look on NQ yesterday, like this was a pretty aggressive move off the highs here. Look what happens. Board right back up, and we end up like from there, like 200 points higher. What is that from that drop? Yeah, 200 points higher. So I agree with you on that.
There's a lot of people that got caught short. This is a little bit different than yesterday because we didn't open the day green.
Correct. Yeah.
So this one is at least bearish bias. We did have a continuation overnight, which would still signal that this trend is still well established. But the entire time that we've been in this trend, these are all consecutive higher lows and higher highs. So it's not something that I don't enjoy going against the trend, even if it's on a higher time frame. This is obviously very clearly bullish the past 2 weeks. So I'd rather to play shorts. Obviously, we have the IB. We can take a 50% entry. I like seeing a trend shift. I don't like playing in opposition of what the trend's doing.
Look what I got for the US trip thing. So we definitely must make a plan to meet up. We've got to get some content. So I got for the US trip, the Osmo Pocket 3.
Nice.
Yeah, so definitely need to get some content in. Look at this again. Look at NQ pinning that now too, Zinc.
Yeah, it's making equal lows. Hey, this could be a 10 a.m. reversal.
Jumbo style short. There you go.
That's what I was just gonna pin.
Yeah. Jumbo
Look at that bounce. If we get back up to even like 638 too somehow, then this is gonna be a little tricky to play. I'm not going to play shorts if it's at 75% of the IB. If it's over the midpoint with the IB close, I'm not going to play it today. If it's under it, then we can still play it. And the reason that I'm being kind of a chicken with that is simply because we are still very much in an uptrend. I don't want to play against the trend. I always refer to that stat. 80% of the time we trend, it will continue going in that direction.
Yeah, Zinc, I had a harsh chat to myself yesterday. I was like, I don't need to be trading pre-market because I'm on here. I was looking at my data. All my money is being made like in the first 2 hours of market open anyway, like 80% of it. So,
trading out of boredom.
I think or probably also because I'm like, oh, well, I'm on a winning streak. Let me just trade,
I've done that countless times.
And I was like, you know what? I actually don't need to. All my money, 80% of my money this year is made in the before 12 Eastern time. So I think it was a good wake up call. You sometimes you need that when you're on like I was on such a long winning streak, like 41 days. Trading days is like almost 2 months. Yeah. So you do need a wake up call every now and again.
I do the same thing. Like I'm on a 5-day win streak right now. It feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I caught myself slipping. I almost took a trade last night. I didn't. Sure. I don't have any profit in the account or loss. I almost caught myself taking a trade last night, not because it lined up with anything, but just because I was like, I can't lose right now. So I'm going to continue trading just because. Man, especially if we get back over 700 on ES too. If this gets back over 700, then there's no reason to play a downward bias.
Yeah, look at that pin. I would see something like this maybe potentially happening at the moment. Zinc. This is ES. I always watch ES personally for me to see like relative strength in the market, and in the stocks. But I could see something like maybe this happening on ES and then potentially coming back up here. So I'm wary of shorts, especially when you see this is a 15-minute time frame, especially when you see stuff like this, the wicks.
I don't know. I don't mind a riskier upside play if it gets over 700.
Sure.
And SPY is only down 0.04% right now too. So this is, had we continued after that move, I think that support area from yesterday caught us. That resistance that it was yesterday, not support. Had we continued this move aggressively to the downside, what's going on, Big Chiller? Welcome in. Had we continued it aggressively to the downside, I would have enjoyed playing a short bias. But today is an IB low day. You don't take that. Thursdays have been, I guess Thursdays haven't been too bad. Tuesdays have been the rough one, but Thursdays usually don't play out all that well. If I pull up the data for IB by rejection, the IB is not set yet, by the way. We still have another 22 minutes. So if we get all the way back above that level, on a Thursday right now.
Give me a second, Zinc. I just need the bathroom.
Also, new account plan from My Funded Futures. Holy. The builder plan, 1 day to pass, 2 days to pay out from when you purchase the account. It is $75. No daily loss limit. There's just an MLL of 1,500 or an MLL of 2,000. You can buy another $500 in loss limit for about $20. Depending on the sale they have going on. But they are, I'm looking at it right now off the screen. They're 25 days to pass. 25 days.
25 days to pass.
Not 25 days to pass. I apologize. Yeah. Get funded. Don't log me in. So builder plan right here. You can buy an additional 500 for your MLL for another $20, or you can take $28 off and take the MLL down 500. 1 day to pass, 2 days to pay out. That's it. 50% consistency in the eval, in the funded, sorry, not in the eval. Right there. And actually, no, not 50% consistency. It's 50% of what you make up to 2,000. That's honestly a really good plan. Max payout 2,000. You can take 50%, but the profit split is 80-20. So your max payout is 1,600 times 5 accounts. So you could be taking a 8K payout every 2 days with these. End of day trailing drawdown. Very nice. Funded account does have a daily loss limit. Eval does not. Code Zinc as always. Kind of like those. But you need a buffer. Yeah, I mean, all accounts you need a buffer. There's not really any prop accounts out there that you're going to be able to trade and not have some kind of buffer present.
Yeah. Yeah, DAX is reversing as well. Someone mentioned the DAX. Yeah,
Q just got up to 50%. SPY rejected 50% too.
Yeah.
We're not taking the entry right now. It's too early anyway.
I still, this type of bounce is not really aggressive at the moment, Zinc, but I do think that the RB potential short is looking not too bad.
Yeah, if it holds where it is right now, I'll take the short in another like 5-ish minutes.
Sure.
Could definitely take it right now. I'm just a little spooked by that time frame on it. I don't want to get in 19 minutes early and have it continue this reversal back up. What's the profit target? Profit target is, did I close it out already? No, I didn't. Profit target on the eval is 3,000. $1,500 max loss limit, or you can buy it for 2,000. Pay another $28 for another 500 in drawdown. So the account itself is like 75. Depends on the sales they have. I think they usually have 40% off, so it should be 78. Sounds about right. We are now over the midpoint of the IB and continuing. It's getting a little more aggressive now, James. Volume isn't really there either. I'll pull up that volume indicator real quick. Volume's not coming in too much. And it's continuing.
There you go. Stopped on my NQ algo, as probably expected.
No consistency on the eval or funded. There's just a 50% profit split. So you could go into the funded and make, hopefully your algo didn't just get top ticked on that, but this is...
No, yeah, hopefully not. But I mean, I took a win yesterday, so it's a loss today. It is what it is.
Hope the algo do what it's going to do. 40% off for your first 2 accounts is what I'm seeing. And then 30% off any account after that. So 78 for your first 2 and then 86 for your next 2. Or any after that. No, it's coming back down a little bit. Hopefully you didn't just get top ticked on that. That'd be unfortunate. If we can get another 5 minutes, I'll go short. It's right at the midpoint now, which I do like for a rejection. For Thursdays, it's 71.66. So it's one of the lower spreads for the week. Those were, it's the builder plan with my funded futures. Price at 50% and it's saying it's too early. The profit split's 50%. There's no consistency on it. It's a 50% profit split. That's in the funded account. Sorry, no, it's consistency. You're right. I read that as profit split. I don't know why. You have to have a 2K buffer, and you can only, the profit split's 80-20. So you could get a 8K payout every 2 days. You'd have to make probably 4,000 every 2 days, though. 2,000 a day. Still raining.
Yeah, so no manual trades for me, discretional trades right now.
I'm going to be looking to get short here in the next 5 minutes if it stays where it is right now.
Yeah.
And I will be going in with 1 MNQ. The range is 90 points, so we're going to risk 180 on the trade. Either make 180 or lose 180. The decent thing about this is that we shouldn't have too volatile of a move, up or down. If it's going to happen, it's going to be a pretty choppy move, I imagine. Volume is pretty low right now. I think it's the market trying to figure out if it wants to continue higher. If anything, this could also just be a red day to reset the streak, and then we have another 2 weeks of continued upside. I know. I don't mind playing the upside. I hate not having profit targets to play to the upside. Good rejection at the 50.
Yeah, it's rejecting New York session VWAP at the moment, Zinc, as well. You short at the moment, or not yet?
No, a little too early for me. That would have been a 10-15 trade with another 15 minutes for that candle to push higher. Any trades so far today? Not from me. The algo just did take a short and then got stopped out on what sounded like the wick high of that candle, unfortunately. What was the risk behind that?
It's always the same. So it will be on my personal account, and it's always the same amount of risk. Yeah, $1,000. So that's what I got it. I got it running on a personal, bro. It's
very good. Calls are negative 85 million. No, not the GEX levels again. Not the GEX. I mean, it makes perfect sense though. If we're gonna have a day where people are gonna unload on their bullish bias plays, it would make sense for it to be on the record-breaking green streak continuation. Because if we go green, our next stop is 1971. A question for you: got the algos working on CFDs? Do you allow trading on CFDs for algos?
No, not automatically. As I said earlier, you'd have to enter the trades manually yourself. That makes sense.
So you'd have to see the algo hit, take the trade yourself, and then
correct. Yeah.
Monitor the algo when it exits.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've taken a short.
Oh, don't go without me. I want the short.
I've taken a on NQ off New York session VWAP. So
go ahead and pull up your screen.
Yeah.
The roosters are not out and about today. It's raining. They've also all been fighting because it's the spring and they're trying to figure out which one's the top dog.
There you go, Zinc. So I've taken a short. It's a break retest of the New York session VWAP. I got in a pretty nice price, actually, 337. I'm looking to take it back down to the lows now.
It's going without me. I was gonna. I know this is coming from hindsight, so I'm probably gonna look like a buffoon here. But I was gonna take the short if it closed underneath the midpoint. If it closed over the midpoint of the IB, I wasn't gonna take it. But it is like it did close under. We didn't hit it on that second candle with SPY. Pretty decent rejection at 700 on SPY.
So I'm at 337 at on NQ, and this is like one of my typical plays. Zinc. The first hour is going to be bearish. Okay, stocks are red, and it's a break and retest off of that. That blue line on my screen is that New York session VWAP, and we also have reclaimed previous day's high. So I'm literally just going to look to trade it back towards. I wouldn't even look for full lows there. I think it could get there, but if it starts to get towards this area at about 300, that's where I'm going to look to cut profits.
ES is about to go take that. Could still take the trade right now too. I'm gonna be waiting for the midpoint either way.
Yeah, ES also coming down.
I'm gonna be waiting for that last 9 minutes. ES is a lot weaker now.
Let's have a look. ES. Yeah, ES are almost at those lows. Yeah.
Did you guys miss me yesterday? No, Andre.
Yeah, we needed you for the giveaway, dude.
I got 3 messages from him on Slack.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, actually.
If we can get up a little bit more, I'm going to take the entry. I want it right at 26,366. Maybe a little bit like a point or two lower, 26,364.
Yeah, YM also very bearish at the moment. Underneath, like literally just making new lows right here too. So that should help my Nasdaq trade, and ES should follow as well. Look at YM. As I said, YM. I mentioned this before the open, or just into the open. YM's actually lagging the other 2 indexes. Look at YM. How yesterday we actually closed as a bearish day on YM when we are all-time highs on ES and NQ, dude. Look at that.
This thing is yet to print a green candle today. 2 green candles in the 5-minute. All right, don't go without me, please. I don't think that even if this does close red today, I don't think it's going to get that large of not a continuation. I do think it's going to continue, but I don't think it's going to be like a 1 to 2 standard deviation day. I think that at most we get half a standard deviation lower.
Sure.
And then go from there. Don't go without me. That's all I ask. Came back up like 30 points, 40 points.
No, I just need about 10 more. No, as it
please flush now.
Yeah. I'm looking for 300 on NQ. That's where I'm going to look to start cutting.
I am looking for downside, just so everyone knows. I know I was a little shaky there about taking shorts, but that was if we closed above the midpoint. We did not close above the midpoint of the IB. You can go to rewind the stream if you don't believe me. Should be about 20 minutes ago. If we did close above the IB 50, I was not going to take the trade. If we closed below it, I was still going to take it, but probably wouldn't have been too pleased about taking it. Keep bouncing a little bit for me.
There's no high impact news today as well. No scheduled news, at least.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my sell order in. So we're going to do 1 micro. 26,365 is where I'm short. It's my sell 1 MNQ. And the risk to this is about 185. So limit sell 1 MNQ at IB50. We're going to try to be patient with it. SPY's a lot weaker. The Dow is putting in new low a day still.
Yeah.
New low days.
Yeah, the Dow is running, bro. No stopping that.
There we go. Give me a fill. What the heck? I somehow got filled. Did anyone else just see what just happened there?
And now it's going to flash.
Did that actually, was that a real wick?
I think so, yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're up.
Doesn't
65.
matter. Yeah, it did wick up to 350 on NQ.
Did anyone else just get filled on that? That was weird. I got filled out. Yeah, what the hell was that? It wicked up and froze. It filled late. I don't know. That was odd. Well, you can go and dump now, please. That's kind of cool. Or push a little bit higher. That was very odd, James. That's on a live account too, so that was something that everyone should have filled on. Very weird. Up 23 right now, 10 points. And we'll try to stay in this one.
Sitting at New York Station view up at the moment, so
that was very odd. Well, I got my wish. It did come back for me. That's all I wanted. Break even now.
Oh, that stocks still seem pretty weak. What's NVDA doing? And NVDA
was up 60 almost immediately, so I may regret not securing it that fast. But the IB is bearish, so we're going to try to respect it for today. I did say I wasn't going to be too happy about being in shorts, but we're going to listen to the IB. Last couple of times I didn't. It ended up playing out. Up 25 right now. And there's the IB set. So IB is bearish. Now we're looking for a continuation on this. I'm still really confused by what that. We got the close below. Don't see that happening because that spike. Don't see anything that caused that spike. I don't think there was any real reason behind that spike. It just like teleported to that level and then right back down. Stop on this order is at negative 180. It's 90 points. A little bit under 90 points, but with fees, we'll bring it to 90. And then we're looking for TP low. The reason I'm not setting a buy order at the TP low is because last time I got screwed. Ended up losing one account. That was one mistake too many. Or that was enough for me to not want to do it again. Negative 15 right now.
I actually like this level.
A lot better.
I added in at this level.
Nice.
On NQ.
It's too rich for my blood. My copy trader didn't like that spike. I got filled equally on all of them, only because of that limit sell. If that was a market sell, then I would have been screwed right there.
Oh yeah.
But I think what we should do is in most cases when it spikes up that fast, just secure it for the 60, even though it's not even remotely close to the full TP. Like I did that last go around, last time that we had this type of move. There we go, back to green. Good ad, James.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so my second ad was at 367.
Very good. Back to green.
Why I'm new low there?
Of course it is. So weak. Back to red.
Yes, it looks pretty weak compared to NQ at the moment. It's trading well underneath VWAPs.
Well, I'm leaving this until he either takes the IB high or low. Should go and take the low. I'm not going to add in at all. Just going to leave the risk. Usually I would be a little risky and increase what we're risking on the trade. A little riskier anyway.
Huh. Why does this guy have sunglasses on inside?
What happened?
Someone's asking why I'm wearing sunglasses. Because it's bright. It's late yet. Not, dude, after the sun starts going down here, your eyes hurt with this light.
Why is that?
I've got a light behind my screen.
Oh, with it. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Pretty much break even right now. I got a really good fill on that spike back up. So just waiting for it to push. because of the monitors.
Yeah.
I wish the trend was down. I'm not a big fan of playing in the opposing direction.
Sense. I still like this though. I still like this position.
I'm just not as comfortable in it. I like playing with the trend.
No, sure. Yes, is looking weak again here.
Why is Q's not moving? Are we both in NQ?
Yeah.
Okay. QQQ doesn't want to move lower. It was up 30-ish points in the first couple of seconds of having the position open with this really weird candle. You can see it drop from 65 to 60, 38, sorry, not 60. All over the place today.
Yeah, yes, definitely a lot weaker, yeah.
Q's doesn't seem to be buying it. Why? No shades, no loud keyboards, the rooster. The chat is strict. I told you it's raining. I don't want to go out in the rain.
That's a classic.
No loud keyboards. All right. You can pull back anytime now. Where's the strength coming from on Q's all of a sudden?
I mean, NVDA picking up a little bit. I still like because ES is still holding down, I still like it. What's Tesla doing?
It'll work out. It'll come down. If it does end up losing, this will be one of my first losses for a while in the IB, so. Not much to do but wait.
Yeah.
There we go. Came back down a little bit. Almost back to break even.
What's it?
I won't be adding anything to it now. Negative 21's not so bad. It's pretty much where it's been riding this whole time. Just about back to break even now.
Yes, looking like we want to take the lows.
Hughes needs to start buying it. Please.
Yeah, there we go. There comes ES.
There we go.
Yeah, ES is starting to flush a little bit. 7050. Low of day on ES right now is 7046, so we're 4 points from it.
Why is NQ not going?
Oh, wick on ES as well.
NQ's not buying it. Did ES take it? Not quite yet. No, if ES takes it and NQ doesn't, I'm going to get out of the trade too. Trump talking right now? Is he really?
Jesus, this guy talks every day.
He does.
There you go. So ES still looks pretty bearish. It looks like it wants to take a new low of day here on this 5-minute candle. Let's go 15. 15 looks pretty weak as well.
Just reject and go down, please.
Yeah.
See, in hindsight now, I wish I secured it at 60. Something about ceasefire happening.
Pain-free trade, bro.
I wouldn't typically do that. Well, I would typically do that. I really like securing profits when the trade is a couple seconds like that, and there's no reason for us to hold it for a longer continuation. Like right now, what's happening. So we'd be out of the trade. We wouldn't be worrying about up, down like this. Jumping up a little bit right now. It's down 37. Could end up being a red day. Let's hope it's not. Zinc, what are your thoughts on the PDT rule change? I got a good crack out of it. There are a lot of people that were posting the meme of what's his name? The guy that plays Mike in The Office. Not Jim Carrey. I have to say you inspired me to do the 25Ks, the least stressful accounts to trade. I thank you, man. No problem. Glad that you're using them. 25Ks are my favorite account, 100%. As I'm sure many of you know. Watch it be a no break day and we close the day at like 0.02%.
Yes, not coming off those lows, so a bit choppy, yeah.
A bit choppy.
Yeah.
Wish I'd secured it. My thoughts on the PDT rule. I don't think I haven't watched the new Invincible episode yet, no. The new PDT rule, I don't think it's that bad of a thing. If anything, it should provide more liquidity for the market. We're not trading options, though. That PDT rule is for people that trade options and stocks. So there's not really any impact for futures at all. The market's not going to lose more. Retail investors especially retail investors that have less than 25,000, they're not going to even make a scratch on the market. I mean, if you take the entire US and gave them $1,000 or let's say 10,000, that's another 3.7 bill coming into the market, which is what we do on our average day-to-day moves. Honestly, our below average day-to-day moves. So it's not, I don't think it's that significant of an impact. Oh, come on, Qs.
Yes, pulling back. Yeah, I like this.
You say you don't like it?
Yeah, yes, back a New York session VWAP. So I'm just watching that.
I'm not a big fan at the moment. Down 80. Gonna leave it though.
Yeah, I got a good, decent sized top one, so.
No workout. Just wish it didn't pull back as much as it did. I wish our trade hit full TP in the first minute that we were in it. I wish we knew it was gonna play around like this so we get an entry right now.
Yeah, this would be a nice entry price.
The best of the best hindsight traders?
Yeah. I've never met, what do you say? I've never met a
losing one. Yeah. Never met a losing hindsight trader. They don't exist.
Yeah.
Stop bouncing. Down 89 right now. Definitely not going to add any. Make sure that that is clear. No reason to. Usually adding into trades just ends up losing more. For me anyway. This is a good example. Could maybe add on ES, but that's a completely different trade than the one we're in right now.
Yeah, yes is actually still holding a little bit better, but
15-minute close above the midpoint only if it's right at 10:30. That's the only thing I worry about. But we closed underneath the midpoint. We got our entry closed underneath at 10:30. It's just happening to trend up right now, which is a little disappointing. Our chart looks bad. Bad in what way? Bad for us or bad for the market? If I end up taking a loss on it, again, it's going to be 180. That's the risk on this trade. Not going to add anything into it. Bad for us. I won't say that. We have a 71% chance to go and take the low. We had an opening 30-minute red candle, so we should close red today. SPY looks a lot better right now. Qs, obviously, we're in it from the midpoint, so that's not looking too good. Stop trending up. What are you doing? 40 points off the stop loss. Down 100 right now. Is Trump talking about ceasefire? Looks that way. Back at 700 now and SPY as well. It's coming. I have a huge rejection for us here, huh?
There you go.
And right back up. Yeah, it's not looking too hot. James is in short right now too.
Yeah, I'm just watching ES2, but I'm not liking this price action at the moment. Thought we actually had a pretty nice trade, I must say.
Me too. I did say I wouldn't enjoy going short because of the trend, the overall trend.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna leave it. Worst thing I could do right now is I am itching to close. I don't really like seeing negative 100, obviously. No one likes seeing red. Time to fully switch to metals. This is so bad. What's gold up to? Gold took the IB low. The Dow is super weak right now.
Yeah.
It's a weird market right now. Weird active condition.
Yeah, with the Dow being so weak, it's very interesting actually.
Let's see. I don't see anything with Trump talking. Any significant news?
Getting a little bit of a rejection here on Qs.
Yep.
Yes, as well.
No, if it could continue and go all the way to the low, that'd be great.
Oh, that's what we're looking for, right?
Good rejection off the midpoint for SPY too. Dow is barely moving now.
Yeah.
Ay.
Nick, I'm short NQ with Zinc.
You got in a little before me for VWAP, right?
Yeah, off the opening range low VWAP.
So how do you change your bias up if it's over VWAP now, which I think it is?
I won't change my bias until like a level's been taken out that I don't like. So if we go and take opening range half, for example's sake.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm not just gonna get as soon as it crosses VWAP and I'm in the trade, get out and then flip long.
Gotcha. It's coming back a little bit for us. Bounced up again, sadly. Yeah, adding in the short did look very good at the time. It did. Adding in almost never works out for me. I'm not a fan of adding into positions where I'm red. I never add in when I'm green either.
Yeah, with the CFDs, so it gives you two positions, whereas futures will give you an average price. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
So like I can manage both positions differently, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's down 78 right now, down 35 points, but I wish I had secured it. Obviously, this is coming from hindsight. I wish I had secured it right when we were immediately up 60 after it filled on a very weird wick to the upside. It's coming back a little bit for us now. There we go.
ES rejecting that 706 or that opening reach low. That's what I was saying on ES.
What the heck was that wick back down now? Just a wick to break even.
I got a short on what ES, but much smaller size than my NQ as well, just because I like the better price on it. But obviously smaller size because obviously they move similar assets. They're going to move together.
Yep.
I do think that ES looks a little bit better at this level though.
And it's right back up. That was a weird wick back down. I hit break even on the 50 and then came right back up.
ES is off daily VWAP and New York session opening range right now. See what the screen is actually giving us. Yeah, mainly bearish. James, are you able to put custom size, for example, 5.7 lots? Yeah, you can do custom size and custom risk, everything like that.
It was a strange, had to have been a Newswick or Trump saying something significant. Probably won't be, we could have a no break today too. That's not off the table. $35 points and then down to break even, then back to 35 points and down to break even. Sitting at negative 30 right now.
So on my ES position, I'm in at 60 flat.
Nice. Now, what's your risk for these?
So it will be 1,000 on NQ and 500 on ES.
Nice. It's messing around. $40 points in the red now. MES does look a lot better. If MNQ goes and breaks the high, then MES probably will too.
Mm.
And then we're on a record-breaking run again.
James, how long did you work on your algo to optimize the way luck? Probably like a good 2 weeks, and I'm always altering the settings that I like and stuff like that. So yeah, the markets are going to change, and you've got to adapt with it. So that's my take on that.
Where did you enter? My entry was at the IB50, 26,365. It wicked, filled at 10.26. It was up $67, and then it came and just melted up from there. Came back up. It's down 42 points right now. Just got over 700 on ES too. I don't really like that.
Yeah, yes.
I'm gonna cut it early at negative 100. So out for 50 points.
What was your risk on that? 200.
Risk was 180.
180.
Negative 100. I don't like SPY closing back over 700. I'll probably have my emotions added in. It's fine. Just don't go and take that level now. Please. Oh, well, this will be my first red day. Took it L in the day, negative 90. I'm going to be done there too. There's no lockout button on the live accounts, but I will not be trading anything after this. This isn't, to me, this doesn't look like a day to have your foot on the gas. If it does end up going and take the low, I'll be a little upset. Dow should take the low. I don't see why that wouldn't. I just don't like that close over 700. I also was at a loss. Yeah, I also said right before I got into that trade, obviously I took it, but I don't like going against the momentum.
Yeah, high time frames definitely longs. Yeah, YM definitely very big. I mean, YM's not even back at New York session VWAP right now. That opening range flush was pretty nice. I know one of the guys got it here.
Yeah, high's gonna get taken there. Well, if anything, if this does end up going and taking the high, I'll view it as saving myself $320. I did take a negative $400 loss in the day. And just about to go and take the high.
Yeah, I trimmed.
Time frame's too damn strong. Higher time frames. Well, it is what it is. It looked really good for shorts, and now I'm very regretful that I didn't take the 67 that it was up almost immediately.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Same thing that I did last week. I just guess I wasn't fast enough this time around.
I'm going to be watching YM rest of the day. I want to see what happens on that. It's a very interesting place right now.
Should go and break the high coming up here shortly.
I'm interested to see if YM's gonna what it's gonna do. Yeah.
Let's go take the high. Q's goes and takes the high. SPY is definitely going to. Sorry about that, guys, but not much we can do. Still got 2,100 in a balance for the account. Not every day is going to be green. If this misses the high by like 20 cents and then goes to the low, I would be stunned. Just missed the IB high by 14 points. I don't know why that updated, but it did. Thank you. So adding into, this is for me, not trying to speak for James here. Also, we're at 11:05. What the heck? Adding into losing positions usually just causes me to lose more. So if I had added into that, I would have ended up losing probably another 120. But this way, negative 100 on the day, not too bad.
Yeah.
But that will be it for today. Negative 100 times 4, negative 400 on the day. Not going to be pushing anything else past that. Anything else from you, James?
All good. Yeah, it looked good at the time that we took it for sure. So
I could have had a 240 green day if I had known that it was going to reverse. Too bad I didn't.
Yeah, well, that was quick, dude. You'd have to be quick with that.
All right, guys.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
That was a rooster in the back. All right. See ya.
Cheers.